And we're back on the D Factor radio show with D. Williams. Woohoo! This is the debut show, guys. Like, I can't even believe it. I mean, I believe it, but I can't believe it. And so, listen, I unleashed my idea, and here I am sharing my time with you. Listen, I want you to call in 404-355-8699. Nationally, 866-923-2860. Talk to D. Williams. We have a ton of guests on here today who have taken a step, a leap of faith, and have started their own business. And I am sitting in front of, yes, we are live in the studio, right, with the one and only Kay Lamar. How are you?
Hello. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Now, listen, guys, before Kay came on, I was saying, we have this guest that's doing some very interesting things with babies, with children. Everybody's like, whoa, what D? I got my phone started going off. Tell us a little bit about your business.
So the company that I founded is Oh So DLish, and it is an innovation of creating frozen novelties. So we create an all-natural, 100% fruit, juice-based sorbet. And for those that aren't familiar with sorbet is similar to sherbet without the dairy, meaning the egg that goes inside.
Awesome. And so you're creating this for children?
This product is created specifically for children. Okay. I started with the concept back in 2011 after leaving corporate America.
What made you leave? Let's see, this is what I want. What made you unleash your idea? Why did you leave corporate America?
I left corporate America after relocating every 6 months for a short time span.
Okay.
And having 2 children, I had an epiphany one day, and I said, I am doing homework with my daughter over the phone.
Oh, wow. Been there, done that. That is just the most uncomfortable situation to be in, especially if you're a single mom,
right,
or a single dad, because I know a number of single dads out there when you have to work and then you're trying to take care of your kids at the same time. It's like pulling your hair out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and your kids are affected too. I mean, you never know what they're thinking, what's going on. She's laughing. What's going on? It's kind of hard, right? So you had this epiphany. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, tell me.
So I had the epiphany, and I took a leave of absence and never returned. Wow. Relocated back to Atlanta. I was in Philadelphia at that time. Relocated back to Atlanta, took a 6-month break to kind of do a little bit of research on the industry that I was seeking to go into. I just wanted to get back to what was most important to me, which is nutrition and health.
Oh, wow.
So, researching a bunch of industries within the Atlanta when it comes to the frozen food sector, like yogurt. It was a ton of pop-up shops that I haven't seen before. And, I decided that I wanted to be on the back end. I wanted to be behind the scenes. So I wanted to be the manufacturer of the product. And just being very health conscious, I look at the ingredients, the labels.
Yes.
And in the grocery stores.
Yes.
So I decided, I can make this. I can make this a different way without having all of these extra additives inside of it.
So do you have a product for adults as well? Because I personally am challenging myself to shed some some pounds and to become more healthy and more, I am really conscious about what I take into my body, to believe it or not. I am a label junkie, right? My daughter, she's like, I hate going to the grocery store with you, Mom, because all you do is read the labels. But I am always really concerned about all the words that I can't read.
Yes.
And I don't understand, like, what is this? So do you have something for adults as well as children?
It is the same product, but there will be different flavors for adults.
Ooh, tell me about flavors. Flavors are always good. What type of flavors do you have now for the kids?
As of right now, we have 3 flavors. Our flavors are mango, red berry, which is a guava strawberry blend, as well as a blueberry.
That sounds delicious. Did you bring some with you? I'm sorry. I didn't eat dinner yet. Did you bring some with you? No.
No, unfortunately I didn't, because it's a frozen product, but I will drop some back off to you.
Oh, you are so amazing. My heart just got fluttered, really just the thought of, I want to taste the blueberry, right? So
yes.
So I've been eating a lot of berries lately. They've been talking about all the antioxidants, did I say that right? That are in the berries. And so that's really awesome. I would like to request a flavor. Is that allowed?
That's absolutely possible.
I like blackberries. I did not realize how much I loved blackberries, but they have a very distinct taste. Will you do a blackberry flavor? You can call it like D blackberry, blackberry D,
Yes.
factor. I don't know.
We can make you a specific blackberry sorbet.
That'll be great. And then, we can like promote it on the show and get people to buy their flavor. Okay, great. I move over 50 Cent now. I don't need vitamin water. Okay.
Right.
That's awesome. So is there anything that you would like to tell someone, that, listen, this is this is what you should do or should not do when you are stepping out there alone? Because I know you said you took a leave of absence and then you never went back. I know when I left my last company, I left in the middle of the day and never went back. That was, my kids said, "Ma, you're crazy." Yeah. So, what type of advice would you give to someone who is looking to kind of step out and take that leap of faith as well? Like, what should they not do or what should they do?
They should not quit their job.
Give me a high five on that one. It's only crazy people are going to say, okay, you know what, we're done.
Do not quit your job until you are 100% sure that you have researched the industry that you're going into. Ensure that you have enough funding to support you, because I have, after leaving corporate America, I decided to donate my time to small businesses.
Wow.
So I did, in fact, help a company get their startup off the ground.
Really?
And it was here in Atlanta, and it was more of a, you know what, I can do this.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one of those moments. I was actually on my way into their office, and they sent me an email, just, shouldn't say this, but texting and driving, looking at my emails on the phone.
Oh, no.
And, it was a thank you for your services, but you're no longer needed.
Oh, been there.
And so that kind of did it for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that I had already started researching my product. Mm-hmm. I had took the time to actually go to an institution to learn how to formulate. I call it the science of ice cream. So therefore, when they gave me that extra push, I just went for it.
And that's all you really needed, to be honest with you.
Yes.
That was kind of, so you had the idea, it was sitting on there, you were kind of dipping and dabbing in it, but you hadn't really taken action. And it really took for you to be fed up, I guess, for them to say, "I'm not interested," and for you to say, "You know what, that's the last time somebody's going to say that to me."
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Exactly. Okay, so where can we find you? I think that's the bigger question. Where can we find you? I'm ready for my BlackBerry.
Great question. You all will be able to find this product at your children's school.
Oh, wow.
The target market is institutions, so there aren't a lot of children that it's unfortunate to say that are able to have meals at home when they get out of school.
Right.
So therefore, my target market is for the school systems, hospitals, daycares, things of that nature, so a child can have a fun and healthy treat.
Awesome. I love that.
So right now we're working on a couple of big deals at this point.
Where can they order? Can they go to your website? Can they call you?
They can send me messages on Facebook.
Okay.
And that's www.facebook.com// Oh So DLish, and it's spelled OHSODLish.
Yes.
And if they send me a message, we will gladly provide them with samples.
That's awesome. I love that. Is there a number that they can reach you at as well?
Yes, they can give us a call at 770-696-6474.
That's awesome. Listen, guys, feel free to call in 404-355-8699 or 866-923-2860. We are in the studio with Kay Lamar of Oh So DLish. She is providing nutrition and wonderful, bountiful flavors that I can taste in my mouth already of sorbet for our children. I mean, I think that is an amazing idea, to be honest. One that I am so glad that you found it within you to unleash your idea. I mean, that idea, I tell you right now, I'm just kind of thinking like, if I wish my kids would have had them. Two of my kids are grown and gone, but I think this is something that we definitely need. We do know that the First Lady of the United States is out there, and she is promoting healthy nutrition with the kids. And so I think it's pretty awesome that you have stepped out, unleashed your idea, and done this. We actually have a caller. We have Avery calling in from Southeast Atlanta. Hey, Avery.
Good evening, ladies. How are you?
Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
How do you feel about these foreign entities taking over these companies? I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. You ever heard of Good Human Ice Cream?
Yes,
That's taken over by a British company. You know that, right?
I do.
And also the same company takes over Lipton Tea.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that? I mean, because we're not, we're not keeping. What I'm trying to say is that most of these jobs are when one company takes over another company, the big fish eating the small fish, they put their people in, and the people that was there at that company, let's say if they was there for 10, 11, 15, maybe even 20 years, they get downsized because they put their people in. So how do you feel about all that?
At this point, my goal is to continue to stay American-made, and we're going strong. We're sticking with that. I come from a small family of entrepreneurs, so that is something that's near and dear to my heart. It is not at this point an option for me to go and sell the company to overseas or any type of foreign.
Yeah, because mostly everything that's made in this country is overseas. I very seldom find anything made in this country. Everything, whether it's socks or towels or even tools, you know what I mean? Everything's made overseas. I do know that most of our televisions and radios are made in Japan, but I mean everything is nothing American made anymore. Now I'm glad that you understand where I'm coming from, because I tell people out here, hey man, when these guys come over, they put their people in, and then if you're working for a particular company, you might be canned. You know what I mean? So I tell anybody, you better think before you do anything, because 9 times out of 10. They don't usually have your best interest at heart. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm glad you answered that question. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, Avery. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you. Guys, feel free to call in 404-355-8699. Kate, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for unleashing your idea. We need you. Thank you so much. You're listening to the D Factor Radio Show with D. Williams. We'll be right back.